Welcome back to the Jersey John, and finally ready to talk about it. The Phillies 2023 season. There were so many great points in the season, while there were so many not good moments. The Phillies started off okay. They were pretty average going throughout the season until they finally hit June, and that's when they started to cook up. And then we got to July. Trey Turner was cold all season until he hit rock bottom, and then the fans had to give him an ovation, which I think was August 6th. He hit the 3-run home run against the Royals, and then things just started going to roll for him and the rest of the team from there. They called Johan Rojas up, gave him a shot, never looked back, but next season, maybe a little look back in the beginning of the season, give him another chance to get his bat ready, because I don't think he's ready and not fully produced into what he's capable of, because we know the Johan Rojas that didn't produce for us in the playoffs, can clearly produce for us in the regular season, so we need that from him. The pitching was lights out in the playoffs, really, except, I don't want to say his name, Craig Kimbrell, but it was really good for us. I saw Suarez really looked good, Noah looked pretty good, actually, Wheeler looked awesome. The rest of the bullpen was Hoffman was Dominguez was trash. The team really didn't just come together during the NLCS. I personally believe this season was just 2022, but fell short, or even just fell short. If Craig Kimbrell didn't blow that game where he gave up the home run to Alec Thomas, I really think we could have won the World Series if that didn't happen, because then Game 7 wouldn't probably have happened. I'm really hurt by the end of the season. I was really upset. That's why I didn't really want to post for 2 months on this podcast, because I was coping with the loss. I didn't really like that we actually did lose when everyone was like, oh, we're going to win, we're going to be fine, we're going to win the World Series. My expectations were we were going to win the World Series, keep our whole team, and sign Yamamoto and, what's his name? Ohtani. I thought we were going to sign Ohtani. I was like, oh, we're going to sign Ohtani. We're going to win the World Series. Mike Trout. We were going to trade for Mike Trout until they said a few days ago Mike Trout wasn't going to get moved, which I'm really disappointed about. Our season had so many impactful moments. It was just crazy. Bringing the team all together. When the team comes together, they are awesome. The team is just such a fun team to watch. The Daycare, Brendan Marsh, Bryce Stott, Alec Boehm. They're just so much fun to watch when they all come together as one team, and they're not boo the fans. They're relying on the fans for them to get a boost of morale. That shouldn't happen, because obviously it's Philly and it's brotherly love, but gotta be playing ball as just a team. You can't be relying on the fans to boost your morale and your confidence as a player each and every day. Because JT Realmuto, clearly, even the fans tried to give him a boost of morale. He stunk. Garrett Stubbs, our hype man. He doesn't really play, but he was okay when he did play. I feel like the Phillies should make a move in the offseason. Let's talk about that now. Our offseason hopes. I hope the Phillies sign Yamamoto. Hopefully they can get Jock Peterson if that's possible. And I really want them to go after Jordan Hicks after we lost Craig Kimbrell to the Orioles. If we go after Jordan Hicks, the flamethrower, to match with Alvarado and Dominguez, I think our bullpen will actually be really legit this season coming up. Do I think that the Phillies are going to make the playoffs again for a third straight season? Absolutely. I don't think this team is going to look back again. I think this team knows what's been happening for them. I think they know what to expect. I think they know what's been happening for them. And I just think after the season starts and they know what they're doing and the fans are giving them the confidence they need and all that, then the team's never going to look back from there. Once Aaron Nola, he got his big contract that he was begging for, once he starts to cook up and Zach Wheeler starts to cook up and Suarez starts to cook up and all them, I don't think this team's going to go anywhere. Hopefully Taijuan Walker pitches better than last season, and then Christopher Sanchez comes out and pitches the way he did last season too, because, he was a really impactful part in our regular season to get us to the playoffs. Do I think we're going to be better than the Braves this season? My hot take. I do think we're going to win the NL East. I do think we're going to get the bye for the wild card. Anything's possible, but I do think we are going to be much better than we were last season, but not as good as 2022. I think we're going to come up short again in the World Series. I think it's going to be Phillies, Yankees, best of 6, and we lose at home. I hope the Phillies don't have to face the Dodgers in the playoffs, because there's no way in heck that we are stopping Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, and all of them. I mean, their 1-4 lineup just keeps going and then just drops off there. But the Yankees lineup is so consistent. If they get the DJ LeMahieu that he's always been playing like a Gold Glover, Silver Slugger, and he plays like that instead of DJ LeGround out, oh boy, the Yankees are going to be in for a treat with that new lineup they have this season, especially with Jason Dominguez, Austin Wells, Jose Trevino, all of that depth in their team. And all the pitching, they have Garrett Cole, but they did lose Luis Severino to the Mets. The Mets are not going to be good at all. I mean, all they've gotten is Joey Wendell and Luis Severino. Braves have not really made a bunch of big moves, but they did get Jared Kelenic and Evan White. Do I think that's going to have a part? And David Fletcher. Do I think that's going to have a part with their playoff push? No, they need pitching too. I mean, their bullpen, they lost Michael Tompkin. I don't know who it was to, but he was a really good, impactful pitcher for them in the playoffs. The Phillies did beat the Braves, which I was kind of expecting. Beat the Braves. Beat the Marlins in the wild card. And then came up short against the Dodgers. Or the Diamondbacks. I really hope the Phillies can finally do some off-season stuff and sign some players, get the fans hyped up, but not too hyped just because they're probably going to fall short again. But I really hope that the Phillies don't look back from here on out. I hope they just keep going. I just want them to win it all for once. It's going to take a little bit for us to do that, because we've been spending a lot of money the past few years, and we got to pay Schwarber, Castellanos, and all of them, and Harper, maybe a possible extension. But I really, really, really hope that this team does really good again, because the Phillies are my everything, the Eagles are my everything, Sixers are my everything, and that's all I got, bro. Let's go Titans. Jersey John signing off.